You can almost hear the noise coming from the nearby French Quarter. And they're being just as loud inside Caesars Superdome here in New Orleans. Young Kwaku has it all teed up. And here we go from New Orleans. Has it at the 11. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25 after the return. So their offense out now to get this game started. It's 1st and 10. Here's Williams to start the drive. And they bring him down, but there's a flag on the field. Well, partner, they say there's holding on every play. You just got to look for it, right? That time, though, we did not have to look too hard. That holding penalty is going to make first down twice as tough. They're 20 from the marker to start things out. From the gun, a carry by Williams. And he'll be brought down along the 25-yard line.
You know you love some of my buzzwords, kid. I know you do. And this one was about willpower. He got the rock a long way from the chains and put his teammates on his back for a heck of a run and a great try at that first down.
Back now, pressure on its way. Complete over the middle. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
Good offenses. Okay, good play callers know how to utilize their personnel. They know where they wanted them. They wanted him on a route in space where he could make that initial play comfortably, but then go to work after it.
And they'll get him down after he gets into the 48. It's a pickup of 11. And the Saints are going to have a first down. They stay on the ground with Williams. And he's able to work this down to the 41. Good run, gets him 7. That brings up 2nd and 3.
Some backs are easier to tackle than others. Some, well, they just choose violence. They look for those opportunities to bust through tackles and keep those legs pumping.
On 2nd down, a run with Williams. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
Tried to float that one in, and defenders there for the interception. Picked off by A.J. Terrell. And the Falcons are going to take over after his 9th interception of the season. So the first drive of the game ends not in points, Brock, but in an INT.
And I get it. Opening drives aren't always going to end up with points or a touchdown. Good thing, though, there's a lot of opportunities left to make up for that miscue and go get yourself back in rhythm and back on script.
Throwing from the gun here. Into the hands of Pitts. And he'll get this up to the 19-yard line as he stopped. They get 13 on the pickup. And the Falcons will have a first.
That is what elite offenses are all about. Why worry about 3 downs when you need only 1? Move the chains in one play and keep driving that defense backwards.
Oh, look at this. Quick touch pass to the receiver. Good gain out past the 30. Through midfield. And they'll finally get him at the 35-yard line. One of the game's biggest plays right there as they get the markers reset.
Yeah, when you got a game changer as a wide receiver, you want to get the ball in his hands any way you can. And I love that call. Right, we see it all the time on bubbles and quick little receptions. But put the ball in his hands as a runner, and this dude's dynamic.
He'll get this one to Adams. And they bring him down. Looks like he got it to the 27. Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. They'll run it here with Bijan Robinson. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
Kate, I know you can see that smile on my face as we stand next to each other. Sure, I love that run. But I'm thinking about some great running backs. In fact, Corey Dillon, who created a lot of negative grades on my play sheet because I didn't want to carry out no fake. I wanted to watch the damage he could do like we just saw.
Oh, he loses the football. Oh, and they pick it up. Time to push for that marker. Almost the impact play this defense was searching for, but they could only get half the job done, partner. Fumble forced, but they couldn't recover.
I'll tell you what else it forces, though. That coordinator, that play caller on the other side, now got a little bit of doubt about his ball handlers. Got to have better ball security than that.
Robinson on the inside give. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away.
That offensive group really hoped he was going to get it all right there, reset it back to first down. But instead, the defense, well, they're not going to let anything come easy. And their fight is giving them a chance to stall things out on 3rd and short.
Complete beyond the marker. And in for the Atlanta touchdown. Younghoe Koo on for the point after. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Falcons will jump out to a 7-0 lead. Koo all lined up and ready to boot this one away. Has this at the 6. And the return sets them up just beyond their own 20. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Interception last drive doesn't deter them. They're going right back to the air. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
I love throwing on 1st down. And when you see a 1st down pass just like that, it's taking advantage of a matchup you plan for, and you go out and execute.
Give to Williams from the gun. And they bring him down after he ran through him up to the 43. Give him 9 yards. He almost moved the chains there. It's going to be 2nd and 1.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that 1st down marker.
And he'll get them enough for a 1st down.
Hey, Kate, you want to see a picture in the football dictionary of staying on schedule? That was it.
Now Rattler. Finds his back, Kyron Williams. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. How about 29 yards on 1st down? And a fresh set of downs on its way. And this time they're going to get there, and they drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up. That's the end of our 1st quarter. 3 more to go still on Monday night. Neither side separating much so far. Back to the Superdome of Caesar in just a bit. We're back for the 2nd quarter. Saints in possession of the football. They have 2nd and pretty long here. And he gets him around 6 there. Jesse Bates getting up for the stop that time. A good pickup of 6 there, but still 13 to go on 3rd down.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid gain, but it's also a run that you know, and you may come back to. Because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of a defense.
He'll fling it deep down the middle. Intercepted in the end zone. Picked off by Richie Grant.
Well, that's it right there. That's the resilience and the mental toughness that every coach wants to see from his defense. Not a great spot for him. Backed up close enough that they're going to get shots taken in the end zone. But instead of collapsing under pressure, they rose up and they created the takeaway.
1st and 10, a run to Robinson. And he can only manage 1 yard. The defenders were at the ready to bring him down.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Here we go, 2nd and 9. Able to hit Robinson, complete. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on 2nd down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about 3rd down at all.
A give left side. Here's Robinson. And he's brought down for a loss.
His goal's pretty clear, Kate. Crash forward and then crash inside. Set that edge, but if you can come inside and bury that runner before it gets started, all the better.
Offense to the line for 2nd down. Back to throw. This will be caught by Adams. And he'll have a small 4-yard chunk there. Marshawn Lattimore up from the secondary for the stop. Let's see what they draw up on this 3rd and 7. Takes the handoff, now to throw. Has it downfield, working the left. And he has it to the 42 before they make the stop. It's a gain of 21 yards to pick up that 1st down.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your 3rd downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
And with a nice gain, he runs him down inside of field goal range. After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. Staying with Robinson. And his short gain gets them a new set of downs.
You know what I like about a 2nd and short run play, Kate? Yeah, I like getting a 1st down, but you know what I like even more? That's going to set up a play-action pass in a similar down and distance, and that defense is going to have to key on the run.
Taps it quick to the receiver coming across. And he breaks even, but that's it. Brought down at that line of scrimmage. Brian Branch getting there for the tackle. No gain there that time, and it's 2nd and 10. Throwing from the gun. He's got the hook up to Adams. And that will not be enough for a 1st down. Short yardage situation here. It's 3rd and 2. They're throwing it. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's going to be tackled, but still all the way down to the 6. They'll have 1st and goal to go now after they gain 18 on the previous play. Here's Robinson. Pushing for the end zone. And he holds the football. It's not loose. And the Saints grab it. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception. He's looking to throw. That's caught by Chris Olave. He gets loose down the right side. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. The Saints earn the chance to tie before halftime. Chris Olave with the touchdown. His kick is good, for the moment at least, as we've got a flag down on the field. I think they're going to get him for hitting the kicker. So they tag him for roughing the kicker. And now this kickoff's going to come from the 50. Let's see if they loft it and try to stick him deep. Stonehouse now to kick this one away. And that one flies right on past the end zone. Didn't make an effort to hit the landing area at all. So they're going to gift them a drive starting at the 30. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Off the play fake, he'll throw. And for the first time, one of his throws doesn't find a home. It's but boy, what a streak he had to begin this game.
You know, when we were growing up in the backyard, we call them alligators. 1 alligator, 2 alligator, 3 alligator. He needed another alligator in order to get that ball off. Credit the defense for forcing the incompletion.
2nd and 10 now. He's on the move. Oh, look at this. Here he goes. He's finally caught, and he lost the football. Oh, no, it's out. And it's a turnover. The defense has it. Oh, boy, Brock, some very unfortunate deja vu offensively here. This is exactly how their last drive came to an end, too.
Yeah, bummer for the offense, but exactly what the defense has worked on this week. Right, they find those ball security culprits, and they take advantage of them. They study that tape all week long, looking to see who's loose with the football and where they can take advantage of it. Leave the pocket. It really does become, well, the schoolyard. And you got to scramble around. What a great adjustment to still deliver a clean ball.
Oh, no, they get him yet again. And the Falcons have it as he records his 7th interception of the season. Well, okay, I guess we've got a couple of very giving teams today, Brock. One side coughs it up with a fumble. Then the other side graciously hands it right back with the interception.
Hey, listen, if you like playmaking defenses, then you like this game right here. These defenses, they're the ones supplying the big plays, and they're putting their stamp on this game.
Completed to his running back. And he's out of bounds beyond the 35-yard line.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for on 1st down. Textbook. It sets up 2nd and very manageable, and it creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. And they'll take him down at the 43-yard line.
I'm sure coach and play caller doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
To the air now on 1st and 10. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. Now the Falcons trying to get everyone up and set here. Trying again, following the sack. Another turnover. This time it's an interception. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. And the Saints have it now on his 8th pick of the year.
I know he started to play as a defender, but gosh, he looked good, didn't he? Running it back, he looked like a receiver navigating on that return. The way he saw the field, he baited obstacles, and he chewed up yardage in the open space. That'll make those offensive coaches and teammates proud. We've seen defensive players get touches on occasion, and I think he just gave himself maybe a look on that side of the ball down the road.
Everyone's prepped. It's 2nd down now. Throwing with a blitz on the way. The throw is caught. And they'll get this down nearly to the end zone. Instead, stopped at the 2. We have a timeout here. 2nd one taken by New Orleans. They'll break the huddle and come up on 1st and goal. Rattler to the air now. And he brings it in for a New Orleans touchdown. The Saints take the lead just before halftime. On is Moody for the extra point. Right down the middle. It's good. And the Saints break that tie and now lead by 7. Time left for maybe a return plus a play here as they send this away. Return coming from the 6. And it's a nice return here. They'll tackle him shy of the 35. All right, this is going to be the play that takes us to halftime. Looking to throw. He puts some power on a deep one left. And this is going to end up incomplete. He really aired it out there on 1st down, but just couldn't make the connection. So that's the halfway point of this edition of the NFL on EA Sports. Brock and I will be back right after this. Well, that first half, certainly an interesting one. Kate, Scott, Brock Heward with you as we get back and see what the second half has in store for us. Stonehouse now to kick this one away. Return starts at the 3. His return gets him to the 32-yard line before he's taken down.
Well, that's exactly the way you want to come out of the locker room to begin the second half. And really, Kate, this third phase of the game, the special teams, you just see the boost and the energy they can give to their team when they deliver a nice return to start this second half.
It's a new set of downs for him at the 32. Here's a counter give to Robinson. And defenders are there to get him at the line. Willie Gay there on the tackle. Call it no gain on that run, and they face 2nd and 10.
Where one defender failed, well, his buddy was there to swarm to the ball and make that play just as it gets to the line of scrimmage.
Trying to throw here out of the gun. Finds London on the slant. And he'll get taken down after advancing this to the 37.
Good luck defending that short yardage slant. Just not going to happen. There's a reason this is a go-to play for just about any quarterback in every situation.
3rd and 4 coming up now. He's dropping back to throw. Right side. We've got a fumble pretty close to midfield. And the Saints grab it. And they limit the damage on the return, but it is still a turnover.
You know,
so just like all touchdowns, all turnovers also reviewed, and they want to take another look at this one. So the nice defensive play, all for naught. He was down first, no fumble. Here's Robinson up the middle. Doesn't get much beyond the line, a yard at most. Willie Gay there on the tackle. Manages just a yard on first down. Now it's going to be 2nd and 9.
The one thing I could say positive about the execution of that play is at least he didn't go backwards.
Throwing now from the gun. Into the hands of Pitts. And they're going to haul him down a step before the 30, right at the 31. That play good for 17 and a first down.
You want to become a quarterback's best friend, do that. Turn a short little gain, a short little pass into some yards after catch, and that quarterback will find you again.
To throw it on first down. Fits it through the middle. And he's into the end zone for an Atlanta touchdown. The Falcons cut into the lead coming out of halftime. Koo on now for the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And the Falcons tie things up at 14. Koo all lined up and ready to boot this one away. He fields it from the 8. And the return sets them up just beyond their own 20. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Rattler back to throw. Finds a seam down the middle. And he's going to bring it up to the 40-yard line before he stopped. That'll go for an 18-yard gain. And that's good for a New Orleans first down. Straight ahead with Williams. And he'll have it down to the 44-yard line. It's a great pickup, 16 yards, and now they've got first down. Another run for Williams. He breaks a tackle. And finally, they're able to bring him to the ground. Call it 9 yards. Looked like a first for a moment. It's 2nd and 1.
Hey, look, Kate, you can't just ask one tackler to go mano-a-mano and stop this guy. You got to have the cavalry coming. One guy makes a hit, the others are there to clean up and pile on, because one-on-one, he's going to run right through you.
And he's stopped at the 31-yard line. It's a gain of 4. And the Saints are going to have a first down. Back now, pressure on its way. Short pass brought in. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. It's a pickup of 26. And now they have a first and goal. Up the gut they go with Williams. Is across the line for the New Orleans touchdown. The Saints grab the lead on their first series of the half. Kyron Williams, the touchdown. And the kick is good. And we're going to have some extra yardage added to the kickoff on the roughing call. Stonehouse now to kick this one away. And no return as this bounces through the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. Throwing now off play action. Caught, nice gain left side. And he has it up towards midfield before he's taken down at the 47. That one goes for 17 yards and moves the chains. Great start to the drive. They're up in the neighborhood of midfield after just one play. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. An alert play defensively there. He got a hand on it to tip it away, and that makes it second down.
I think we're seeing why this defense likes him in coverage. He reacts so well to throws and is even more adept in breaking up those passes.
On second down, Robinson. And he has it to the 42 before they make the stop. And that one goes for a gain of 11. And it's good for an Atlanta first down.
Offensive coordinators tell us all the time, big runs only happen with coordinated efforts. Great block in the spring of guys hitting blocks downfield and a back who can show off his wheels.
They'll head up first and 10 from the 42. Looking for a throw here. That one's complete to London. And they're going to haul him down a step before the 30, right at the 31. They'll move the chains after that pickup of 12.
Kate, when Bill Walsh was implementing the drag route with the 49ers in the 80s, it sounded the same way as it did with Mike Holmgren and me with the Seahawks in the 2000s versus man on a drag route, run away. You see zone coverage, settle down, give your quarterback his numbers, and you can find a completion just like that.
Throwing from the gun here. This will be caught by Adams. And they haul him down just a foot or two shy of the red zone.
The goal of that little drag route is to get him for at least a minimal gain with space to add after that. That picked up a good chunk, and it was nearly a big play.
In a good spot here, second and inches. Running left is Robinson. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
That's certainly a spot. More aggressive, Kate, if you want to take your shots, but some coaches, even the bolder ones, will take the safe play first when they get it from time to time. No third down required now.
The drive picks up here, first and 10. Working inside the red zone. He'll get this complete to Pitts. And he's brought down a little short. No, actually they do give him the 10-yard line. Only one quarter remains in our final game of the week. That's the end of the third. It's Falcons football. A nice little help for them as they trail entering the quarter. 2nd and 3 now. Tight end going in motion here. 2nd down, looking for options. Into traffic, complete. Touchdown, Atlanta. So they punch it in for 6, Brock, and now a conversion away from tying this game back up.
This one just has the feel, doesn't it? The makings of a one-score game in the 4th quarter that could go either way.
So here we go. The Falcons lining up for a big 2-point conversion attempt. This is caught. And he's into the end zone. So that turns out to be a very smart risk. They've got the lead in this 4th quarter. Koo all lined up and ready to boot this one away. No return as this bounces into the end zone. The ball's coming out to the 20. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Drive begins with a run. It's Williams. And he found some running room for a nice gain. It's a solid 7-yard pickup on 1st down. Now they're going to have 2nd and 3. They're going play action. Finds him on the crossing route. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. Down inside the 40 now with a 1st down following that last play. Now he'll throw off the play fake. Taking a big shot for the end zone. Wide open down the field, and he has it. And he brings it in for a New Orleans touchdown. The Saints take a 4th quarter lead. Chris Olave with the touchdown. His 2nd scoring catch of the game. So here are the Saints facing a consequential 2-point attempt. He's throwing for it. And he reaches the end zone, so they'll be up to a 7-point lead. Stonehouse now to kick this one away. Starting from the 5. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Quick touch pass to the receiver. And he powers through the middle for a gain of 4.
Well, I know this. This staff loves the athleticism and versatility he brings to the offense. That's not only as a receiver, but as someone who can take occasional carries and turn them into good yards.
2nd and 6 now. Got it, man. Robinson has it. Broke through the tackle. And he'll be out of bounds right along the 40. That play goes for 8 yards, and it keeps this drive moving.
Just get this guy touches. I don't care how, I don't care when. Just find unique ways to get this running back the ball, and over time, he's going to make it pay.
And he won't get anything there. Several defenders nearby to hold him up. No progress on 1st down, and that'll bring up 2nd and 10.
When you rush the passer, it's kind of like tracking down a runner. That same pass, same athleticism comes to life. He looked pretty good hunting his prey right there.
2nd and 10 now. Hits him on the out route. And he's able to move past the 45 before going out.
I know I could sound like a broken record when I talk about timing and getting the ball out on time and on rhythm, but these outcuts, it is so imperative, and the best of them make it look oh so easy.
Has him on the quick hitter. And he'll be brought down after getting it to the 47-yard line. 8 yards on the gain, and the drive continues forward.
That's what we call situational football. You spend all week working on your nickel passing game package to take advantage of 3rd downs just like that.
A run here with Robinson. And he has enough room to gain about 4.
They'll come away happy getting that type of output on most run plays. It's a sign that they're getting some good push up front, and this running back is seeing the lanes and paying them off.
2nd and 6 coming up here. Another carry for Robinson. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
This is one of those plays that I wish we had the huddle mic'd up, Kate, because I can assure you that offensive line in their own way is telling that running back, sorry, we did not give you any chance.
That one's out and cut on the right side. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
It sure seemed like he knew exactly where he was going with that right off the snap.
They're set up at the 35 now. From the gun, it's Robinson. And he'll get this down to the 33-yard line. Only 2 yards, and it brings up 2nd and 8. Setting up a throw. He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. And they get this all the way down to the 16-yard line. The big play nets him 17 yards. And the Falcons will have a first.
Year after year, the best offenses are multifaceted. It's not just the receivers or the tight ends that can make plays through the air. When you get running backs that can attack the middle of the field like that, man, is it difficult on the defense.
They've got 3 timeouts and the 2-minute warning left for them. We've got 1st and 10. From the red zone now. That's incomplete, trying to set up the screen there.
That just goes to show you can't take any completion for granted, even on some of the shortest passes in the game plan.
Couldn't connect on first. It's 2nd down. Here's a give. Fullback headed up the gut. And he runs this down to around the 12-yard line. A gain of 5, and that brings us to the 2-minute warning. So now here's 3rd and 5. He'll throw it. Has it in close. And in for the Atlanta touchdown. So they get the all-important touchdown here late in the game, Brock. Now the question, play for the tie or go for 2 and the lead?
And I know they've got all these charts and numbers and analytics to tell you what to do, but this comes down to the gut and the trust of the head coach. Does he trust his offense more to go get this 2-point conversion, or is he going to lean into his defense and believe that they can get the stop?
Now we're going to get an offensive timeout, so that's their first. And they still have 2 available for them as we approach the end of this game. Koo all lined up and ready to boot this one away. Here's a return from the 7. This return makes it up to the 25. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Here he is to throw. Into the hands of Campbell. They'll get 18 yards there. And that's good for a New Orleans 1st down.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
He'll look to throw it. The screen pass falls incomplete. This one intended for the running back. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
That play right there, Kate, that just goes to show you can't take any completion for granted. Even some of the shortest passes in the game plan.
Setting up to pass. Into the hands of Olave. On the move, past the 40. And he'll go out of bounds close to that 35-yard line. They managed 22 on the rip and a 1st down.
Just excellent effort on that catch. And a lightning quick transition from bringing that football in to getting vertical. He was not content for a second to end that play where he caught it. Any catch he makes, his intent is to put some serious yards on top of it.
Looking for his wide receiver there. And now they face second down.
I'll tell you this, Kate, they doubled him knowing that was where the pass was likely headed. That's doing your homework. A bit surprising QB still threw it in that direction with how well the defense had that one covered.
Back to throw. Looking right, and he finds him. And he runs this to the 25 before being brought down. It's a pickup of 11. And the Saints are going to have a first down.
And those are the completions they rely on from their passing game.
A new set of downs forthcoming. It's 1st and 10. Couldn't connect right side. It's incomplete. Not on the same page with his tight end. And now it's second down.
Can't cover it much better than that. Really well covered, Kate, on that play. There just simply was not a window for him to sneak that throw in.
Made the throw as he was getting hit, Brock, and it's incomplete.
You need to buy your receivers enough time to get open along their route, and your quarterback enough time to find and hit them with the throw. When the line doesn't hold up, incompletions follow.
No connection on the last play, and now it's third down. Now to throw. And they're going to do it, Brock. They broke the tie before the minute. It's a touchdown. On is Moody for the extra point. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Saints break that tie and now lead by 7. Stonehouse now to kick this one away. And that one's going to skip across the goal line and into the end zone, so the football will come back out to the 20. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing. A bit of desperation on this deep shot. And they can't connect on the deep look. Still a couple of snaps to play with, though, here. We got second down.
You know, I love this, Kate, from an offense. Just philosophically, stretching that secondary out with your tight end. Even still, one of the deeper targets you're going to see him get. It's a shame they couldn't quite connect.
Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Last pass unsuccessful, and they have third down here. Throwing now. And he let his man too much there, Brock. Incomplete. Fourth down coming up.
You hear defensive coaches preach this all the time about not giving up the big play. Keep everything in front of you. They're going to need to stay vigilant because he's definitely a receiver who can take the lid off of a defense.
Third down pass didn't work, but the offense staying out there on 4th. Here he is to throw. And to force it on 4th, and it's intercepted. And the Saints make the play that should win them this game. Wow, an aggressive choice to go for it on 4th and that kind of distance, and an equally aggressive play in coverage to pick that pass off.
Yeah, that down and distance, you're not running it, right? Too far to get to the stick, so that defense had all eyes on the quarterback. They knew that pass was coming, and it's one thing to know it, it's another thing to execute it and go take it away. That's a big momentum swing for this defense. They could stop the clock now if they choose. In the final moments of the game, every second counts. If you're going to call a timeout, you want to be right next to that official to signal it in just as that knee goes down.
Back into that favorite formation they go, Brock, forcing those guys to burn a timeout. So it's a win for the Saints. And finally, Brock, they can exhale and take a few breaths.